All right, everybody, how you doing? Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things you got to do. We got a video for you today. What is the best trick, Zippo? And I went over this before, but I got a more upgraded video. It's been years since I made that video, and I've evolved on my trick making so much from then that I've narrowed it down to just the basics. And these are the best trick Zippos you're going to use, and I'm going to narrow it down to what is the best trick Zippo. So we got many Zippos here, and if you want to just trick on a regular classic, this is just a classic design, regular brushed chrome. This is it. This is really all you'll need. Like if this is realistically all you need, just get it. It's good for you. Or a brass brushed if you can get a brass brush, but the chrome is always the cheapest. But they do have a street brass now for cheap at Walmart. So if you want to get that, I just wanted to get that out of the way because this is the basic, most introductory level Zippo you're going to use for tricking. So, and it's the most inexpensive, and you're going to damage it and do whatever and playing around with it. So do what you got to do. But we got that out of the way now. So we're done talking about the classic because these are actually the best trick Zippos we have here. So here we got some vintage looks. Now you're probably asking why the vintage look, and specifically brushed. So you got to have brushed for tricking. It's just way more grippy. Like there's just more grip and feel and moving it around. If it's too slick, it does want to slide out of your hand, and doing pop tricks, it'll kind of just slide a little bit instead of getting the grip to pop it up and things like that. It is a brushed finish is always going to be your best, and I kind of think brass is better than chrome. But to each their own. Maybe some want a little bit of slide with some grip, whereas the brushed brass can get really, really grippy. And once it gets a little bit of more tarnish on it from wear and tear, like it gets even grippier. That's why I prefer the brush, where the chrome doesn't get that extra tarnish, dirt, and grime grip that's on there. So I always prefer the brass over anything. Now, and then so you're asking, well, why the vintage look? Why the vintage look specifically? It's just all for hand placement. When you got a more squared off, Zippo, it is easier to control. And the edges aren't completely flat, but a little more rounder, and it's a great Zippo for that. I, I swear by the vintage look as a good trick Zippo. I don't care what anybody says. It really is. And now in my introduction video, the intro trick to my video, I did it on this specific Zippo. Like this is the one from that video, the chrome one. I just wanted to use a fresher looking Zippo. Like I would have used the brass, but it looked like this. I thought maybe the chrome would just appeal to more people, more recognizable. And it's hard to pull off that trick I do in the video. So I really had to switch to the vintage look. It was my best option. I just knew I needed more corner play because I'm slipping off the rounder edges, and I just, as a trickster, you could just tell that. You could feel, you're like, yeah, I'm slipping here. I need something a little more square. And to pull that off, I use that. But now we move on to the other Zippos here. The next one we're going to move on to is, you could already tell they were 41 boxes. Definitely the 41s, man. And like I said, when it comes to the chrome, like for these versions, I have the chrome. I'd actually prefer the black crackle. The black crackle gives it a really nice grip, and oh man, it just feels right in the hand. And the corners are done right compared to a classic. You're like, oh, well, doesn't the rounded edges throw you off? Well, this one, it's a little bit different. Like it's different to explain. When you feel your hand slipping off that, though, it gives you a good placement. It is hard to explain. Like I said, there's nothing better than the classic. That's why I mentioned it first. But is it the best? I don't think so. I really like the black crackle for tricking. But just to be aware, I did do a lot of tricking on this back in the day. So the one thing you'll see, it does have a little bit of an overbite. I could fix it, but I don't care. And it does chip off the things on the hinge. Big deal. Not really big deal. But love the 41. And the reason why I love the 41 the most is because you're really getting that hinge. That hinge, I'm telling you, that's going to last you forever. 4-barrel like that, you can do so many tricks on a 4-barrel, and it does nothing to the hinge. That's why I suggest them for practice and doing tricks on, is just because of the durability. Now, the vintage look, the weight distribution on it and everything, it's just great. So I love, like, the hinge doesn't wear really on it. I was doing tricks on this a lot. You can see the hinge was, actually, I'll show you, very little play. Like, yeah, it's got some play. I've loosened it up, but hey, what do you do? That's a trick game. But now my favorite Zippo to trick on. This isn't my original trick 41. I had a different one. This is what I used. This is what I'd love the most is a 41 brushed brass band just for tricking. I really don't want to mess this one up. It's brand new. It does got the patent number on the bottom, so I really don't want to play with it too much and tarnish up. It's got a nice little thing on her, but yeah, great Zippo. This is what I use. The completely flat edges are really great for pop tricks, and I'm telling you, if you get into it, my favorite Zippo for tricking is the Brass 41. If you are getting into it, try it out. I would highly suggest using the vintage look or the 41. And you guys are probably asking, where's the armors? I didn't even include armors in this video because I don't like doing tricks on them. Just because you'll break the hinge on it, it's just not even worth it. These ones will actually hold up, and the classic will too. The classic will hold up, but not as good as a 41. If you need something to hold up and practice on, get the 41. And I'm telling you, the vintage look is great too, just for the squared edges and the feel. Give them a try. Let me know what you do in the comments. Any guys who do tricks in there, let us know what you use down there. And I'll see you in the next one.